I've been debating whether or not to make this video for a while now. And my buddy Nin did a live stream where he was straight up and honest with his viewers. So I feel like I owed you guys the same thing. I want to talk to you guys about why I can't stay consistent on YouTube, and talk about it, talk about what to do from here and my hopes for the future on if, Hero and Heroes Academy will be a part of that. And before I do that, please ignore what's going on behind me, all that stuff. I'm moving around, I'm rearranging and cleaning up, stuff like that. So please ignore that. So before I started YouTube, uh, I worked for a company. I don't want to say their names, but they were a competitor of Costco. And I worked in the cooler freezer department. And for a while there, no one had any complaints about me. I did my job, I got praised for my job. And then a manager showed up who had been gone on sick leave. He was fighting cancer for about a year. And he came back. I just remember, like, the first time I met him, he just kind of gave me like this look up and down, like he didn't like me. And I was like, that was weird. Just didn't think too much on it. Uh, and over time, he started getting really hard on me, like complaining about me being slow and stuff like that, when no other manager, no team lead, no other person thought this or said this to me. He was the only one. Um, and so as I'm, doing YouTube while working for this job, uh, I would basically work that job from 4 a.m. to a little after 12 p.m., come home, and I would stream for 4 hours and then go to bed. And just kind of not having any time to myself, or to hang out with Kiki, anything like that. It wasn't really good for my mental health. So I started getting really depressed and I stopped prioritizing Kiki. And so one day she sat me down and was like, you're not paying attention to me. When you do, you're angry or upset. You're bringing homework with you. Uh, Homework with you. You're bringing work home with you. And I mean, she was right. So, I said, okay. And went to the doctor, got put on antidepressants. And it was probably right around December 1st of 2020 that I did this. So my first stream was September 18th of 2020. So it had been like not even 3 months since I had started streaming, and right around 2 years I had been working for this company. And so I, you know, got put on my antidepressants. The doctor told me, hey, tell your bosses as a heads up, antidepressants are trial and error. You're gonna have to be on one for 2 weeks before we know if it's even gonna work, if it makes you feel like a zombie, if it's gonna make you move slow, if it's gonna give you bad thoughts. uh so I went to my manager and I said, hey, next few weeks I might be a little out of it. My body's got to adapt to this. He didn't even give me a month. The day after Christmas 2020, he let me go. And I just remember going home and being so upset. And I had some money saved up. So for the next few months, I did nothing but 8 to 12 hour streams every single day, and ended up getting over 1,000 subscribers pretty quickly. And took a 1 week break. And when I took that break, I didn't have anything to work on, and so not being able to distract myself with YouTube, not being, employed, I kind of just lost myself. And that one week was all it took, because it finally hit me. It finally hit me that, you know, this manager just didn't care about me, just wanted to use his power and authority to push people around. That's all he wanted. Um, and so now every time I sit down at the computer, my mind goes back to that mental state. So trying to stream, trying to record, even just playing video games, not on camera, just hanging out with friends, I get like that. So that that's the story on why it's so hard for me to stay here, because that mental state wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for my relationship with Kiki. Wasn't good for, my relationship with myself. And so instead of telling you guys my YouTube goals for 2025, I want to talk about my personal goals for 2025. Number one, obviously, I want to get past it. It's it's now 4 years later and I'm still hurting because this one person did something that was just another day for him but affected me for so long. um I don't want, I don't want you guys to think I'm angry at him or anything. I'm not. It's more of angry at myself for letting him control this part of my life. You know, I don't know why I gave him this much control over something I love, because I love YouTube and I love you guys. And the fact that I let someone who was only the boss of me for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, kind of, it sounds so stupid, right? But I don't know. It's just so hard for me to let go. And so this year, I want to let go. And to do that, I want to start going to therapy again. Um, I want I want to talk about it, figure out the right way to let go of it so I can come back and be better for you guys. So that's one or two things, however you want to look at it. We can go over this and go into therapy. Um, and another thing I want to do is I might not be as active this year on YouTube, uh, because I want to be a better fiance to Kiki. I said I wasn't paying attention to her much back then, but we've gotten past that. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the video where me and her are officially engaged. Um, and I want to spend time with my fiance. I don't want to worry about the future right now. This one year, I want to be in the present and let go of everything else and actually just have a chance to breathe. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Me and Kiki have a few trips planned for 2025. We're gonna meet some friends. We already met one of them. Like I was saying, Cods. Uh, he actually showed up in our town, and we got to hang out with him. It was awesome. And yeah, so that that's pretty much it all for 2025. I want to slowly get back into YouTube and only do things I enjoy. I'm working on some stuff in the background, but I don't want to spend so much time on that it's distracting me or anything like that. An hour to a day at most is what I'm going to put into it for now, unless I'm streaming. If I do some streams, it might end up being 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that. But besides that, that's really it, guys. Like, I'm I'm trying to just fix my life so that I can get past it and actually come back to you guys full speed and give you guys my full attention. So, thank you, and that's pretty much it. So, peace out.